Hi, Kira McKee here again. In this series of tutorials, I am covering how to use the iMovie app for the iPad to create science videos. This is part 3. In this segment, we will concentrate on audio, adding voiceover, music, and sound effects to your iMovie project. Okay, so you'll notice that I've been using clips that don't have an audio track. I have been doing that so that the audio from the clips will not interfere with this tutorial. And I know that these are muted because if you look down at the bar below the clip, it's blank. So let's import some footage that has the audio attached to it. So if I go to my video browser over here and pick this clip right here and drop it into the timeline, now you see that the lower bar is showing an audio track. Now if you don't want to see that track, all you have to do is click the audio button right here and it will hide that audio track, or you can turn it back on. Now, if you want to, you can also change the volume of each clip, those clips that have audio attached, by double tapping on the clip, and this dialog box will come up. And if you look at the bottom part of it, you'll see there's an icon for a loudspeaker and a control bar, and you can move that control bar back and forth, which changes the volume of the clip, and at the same time you see that that volume change is being reflected in the height of the audio track. If you want to completely mute that clip, you just click this button right here and turn it off, and the audio portion of that footage will be automatically turned off. And this can be useful because what you can then do is do a voiceover or add sound effects or music or whatever you like to that clip, and you won't have any background noise interfering with your voiceover. And I'll get to how to do a voiceover in a moment, but I just wanted to show you at this point how to mute a clip. Also, if you want to close this clip settings box, or any box for that matter, all you do is touch outside that box and it'll automatically disappear. So let's talk now about voiceover. This can be a very useful option, and we already have some audio in this, and so let's bring in another image. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, let's say that we want to add a voiceover to explain something about this image. And so what we're going to do now is, again, be aware of where your playhead is located, and that you're going to place the playhead at the beginning of where you want the voiceover to begin. Then all you do is tap the microphone located here, and you'll see another box comes up that says ready to record, and you'll notice that as I'm talking, you can see my voice being reflected in the volume bar. And then all you do is click the record button, and you'll be given a 3-tone countdown, and the recording will start, and to stop it you just click stop. Then what you can do is you can review what you just recorded, and it will go through the recording, and then it'll stop. And if you're happy with it, then you can click accept, If you're not happy with it, you can click discard and start all over again by touching the microphone and clicking the record button, and you'll get your 3-second countdown, and you record and then stop, review it. You can also click the retake button and it'll just start back again, but you'll notice I did not put my playhead in the correct position. So where I wanted to do the recording, let's discard that one. And this is where I wanted to start the recording. So that was a good example of how you want to be aware of where your playhead is. I'm doing about 3 things at the same time right now, operating my iPad and my computer, which is capturing the screen image. So if we start all over again and click record, you get your 3-second countdown, and you start recording and say whatever you'd like, and then click stop, and you can review it. It will play back to you what you've just recorded, and then when it gets to the end of that recording, it will stop, and you can decide to accept it or to discard it or to retake it. But if you want to retake it, let's do that. It automatically jumps back to the beginning point, and you can start recording again, and you can keep doing this until you're happy with your recording. You may also wish to add sound effects or music. There are preloaded audio clips that you can use in iMovie as well as your own music or sound effects. And so what you do is click on the music button here, and then your audio browser shows a number of options. The theme music that comes preloaded with iMovie, sound effects that are also preloaded, and then there are albums that you can upload, or your own music that you've created yourself, for example in GarageBand. So let's take a look first at sound effects. You can see that there are a whole bunch of these, and you can preview these by pressing on the button right here, and you can decide if you like it or not. You can go down and find something that is a bit more suitable for this particular situation. And so what you do is, to add it, you again place your playhead where you want the sound effects or your music clip to begin, and all you do is just tap on that audio clip, and it will automatically drop into your timeline. If you dislike it and want to get rid of it, you do the same thing as you do for removing your still images and footage. You press on the audio clip with your finger and drag it out of the timeline. Again, notice the little cloud that appears, which indicates that you've successfully targeted that clip for removal, and then you release it and it disappears. If you double click on the audio clip, you can modify the volume of that clip by moving the volume bar, and again you can see the volume is reflected in the height of the audio track. And if for some reason you want to mute it, you click on the mute button to turn that audio clip on or off. You can also delete that clip here by clicking that button. And you'll notice that you can overlap audio clips as you see here. So if you want music and a sound effect, or music and a voiceover, you can do that as well. And that's it for part 3. Stay tuned for part 4, in which I will finish up the audio instructions and look at adding music and music themes.